Good evening, everybody. Welcome. I would like to call to order the May 10th, 2023 regular meeting of the Monee Village Board of Trustees, 6:38. If I could please ask Pastor Joe DeCenzo to come up for the invocation.
Once again, I'd like to thank the mayor, trustees, and leadership here to allow us to pray for this board meeting each time. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, you say that if we ask, you will give generously wisdom to anyone. And so right now, we just come before you and ask for wisdom. Lord, we have assignments ahead of us tonight. We have a lot of work to do. And so, Lord, we just pray that that wisdom would flow. And Lord, we pray that this town would flourish. Lord God, that it's more than just growth. We want health, and we want wholeness, and we want good things. And so, Lord, I pray for creativity, that we would work together in new ways, that we would find the good and go to it and continue. And so, Lord, we just pray a blessing upon this meeting and all that's done in it. And we pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Gonzalez. Here. Trustee Horn. Here. Trustee Henson.
Present.
Trustee Rakes.
Present.
Trustee Wilson.
Present.
Trustee Udris.
Present.
Open to the public. If anybody has any items they would like to bring forward, please do so. Okay. Moving on to the consent agenda, may I please have a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Horn.
Yes.
Trustee Henson.
Yes.
Trustee Rakes.
Yes.
Trustee Wilson.
Yes.
Trustee Udris.
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez.
Yes.
Thank you. Clerk's report.
Thank you, Mayor Bogues. Really don't have much of a report other than I wanted to just mention that last week, of course, was the Professional Municipal Clerks Week. I know I did post it on Facebook and everything with my little quotes, but I just wanted to officially mention it in the board meeting. So I know Michelle, me and my great deputy clerk here, celebrating our 54th annual year of municipal clerks. That'll be all. End of report.
Thank you. Under my report, for 36 years, May has been proclaimed Motorcycle Awareness Month in the state of Illinois. With the presentation and execution of the Motorcycle Safety and Awareness Proclamation, it's the genuine desire that many incidents are preventable from occurring in Illinois roadways by creating awareness of sharing the roadways safely. Motorcycle Safety and Awareness Proclamations promote a positive attitude for all road users regardless of the chosen mode of transportation. So without further ado, whereas safety is the highest priority for the highways and streets of our village and state, and whereas the great state of Illinois is proud to be a national leader in motorcycle safety, education, and awareness, and whereas motorcycles are a primary, common, and economical means of transportation that reduces fuel consumption and road wear and contributes in a significant way to the relief of traffic and parking congestion, and whereas it is especially meaningful that the citizens of our village and state be aware of motorcycles on the roadways and recognize the importance of motorcycle safety, and whereas the members of ABATE of Illinois continually promote motorcycle safety, education, and awareness in high school driver's education programs and to the public in our village and state, presenting motorcycle awareness programs to over 120,000 participants in Illinois over the past 8 years. And whereas all motorcyclists should join ABATE of Illinois, Inc. in actively promoting the safe operation of motorcycles, as well as promoting motorcycle safety, education, awareness, and respect of the citizens of our village and state. And whereas the motorcyclists of Illinois have contributed extensive volunteerism and money to national and community charitable organizations. And whereas during the month of May, all roadway users should unite in the safe sharing of roadways within the village of Monee and throughout the great state of Illinois. Therefore, I, Dr. Therese Bogues, Mayor of the Village of Monee in the great state of Illinois, in recognition of 36 years of ABATE of Illinois, Inc., and over 352,318 registered motorcyclists statewide, and in recognition of the continued role Illinois serves as a leader in motorcycle safety, education, and awareness, do hereby proclaim the month of May this year, 2023, as Motorcycle Awareness Month in the Village of Monee, and urge all motorists to join to improve safety and awareness on our roadways. Thank you. That's all I got. Moving on to the administrator's report, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. Good to see you. We got a full house tonight. That's awesome. The first item under my report is to introduce Second Place Church and the cafe. We have Pastor Joe DeCenzo, Danielle, Pastor Dave. Any other teammates coming up?
There's a few.
So we have spoken in recent weeks, and we've asked the team to provide an update for the community, for the board. There's a lot of questions, a lot of activity going on at your project, and it looks exciting. We've also want to know currently where you're at, and then future plans and as well. So the floor is yours.
Hello again. We're just honored to be here today to give you an update on we've kind of named the Oaken Main Revitalization Project. Now that sounds pretty official, instead of that building on the corner over there. And so we feel like this really encapsulates what our heart is for this project. Revitalization really means bringing life and vitality into something. And so we really feel like this idea is really important to us. And Oaken Main is super important to Monee. Renewing community is obviously something that we talked about last time we were here, and so we just want to kind of help you understand who's here. Myself, Joe DeCenzo, Second Place. I also volunteer with Provision Lab. Dave Short, Second Place, as well as Provision Lab. Kelly Detloff is with Provision Lab. She oversees our food pantry currently, and eventually our client choice food pantry, which will be great. And then Natural Discovery as well. Jeremiah DeCenzo is our Historia coffee shop representative today, and then Danielle Kowaleski from Second Place is our project manager for this project. So the logo's at the bottom. I mean, just to clarify, it's a family of organizations. We're here tonight as Second Place, but we do partner together with others to make good things happen in the community. And so we call it an ecosystem, but you can think of it as a family of organizations working together. And so we hope to see that expand. So this is the drawing rendering that we went over last time we were with you guys. And so this has not changed. You'll note today that there's a lot about the project that has not changed. We're excited to see some of this start to happen. We have some progress photos that we'll go over in just a little bit. And just to review the vision for this project is a unique multi-purpose gathering space in a fully renovated building on the corner of Oak and Main Streets, which becomes a destination for the community and a catalyst for the renewal of the Monee Historic District. And that has not changed either. And so our vision is clear, and we're heading that way. This is more of an architectural rendering, kind of gives you a little bit more of the feel of it as it is going to be built out, and as it is being built out. You'll see even if you drive by, and by the way, thank you for closing Court Street for a while. We got a lot of people asking questions. That was great. We got a lot more traffic that way. We'll see if we can work that out when the coffee shop opens. So the idea, you can see where the mural is going to be on the building if you've driven by, and we're excited about that. And yeah, so that's what this is, and it kind of gives you an idea of what we're looking like from the outside.
And so this is going to be the client choice market. We're going to have the shelves all set up like this where the neighbors can come in and they can shop our market just like they would a grocery store. We're going to have glass doors on our fridge and freezers so that every week they can see the selection that is available, and we will have people walking through or volunteers walking through to help them shop our market and do the experience with them.
Yeah, and then the front half of the building being the coffee shop. I'm excited, obviously, to have a coffee in town and to have full offering of like espresso and cold brew and all that good stuff. But what I'm mainly passionate about is seeing people more in my age bracket feel like they have a place to gather and to have a space that feels like home and to connect. And so we feel like Historia is going to be a place that bridges the gap and creates a safe place for people to come, to connect, to have conversation, to meet, and just be in community together.
And just to review a couple of other things that we envision happening in the building, this past year we started the Southland Gospel Justice Center, offers low-cost legal aid to the community, and we have seen incredible moments with people getting that to happen. So we'll be able to see that move from its current location and be more central to the community as well, which is great. And then natural discovery and the community gardens. We look forward to growing some things and making some beautiful foliage and greenery around the building. And so the school and the partnership with that is going to be great to be able to have kids being able to see their work in the gardens affect the community in a great way. So we're going to go over building plans. Danielle's going to come and do that now.
All right. So for those that are more familiar with how to read site plans and floor plans, we thought we'd remind you of where we're headed. So north is to the left, as you can see. So we're at the corner, as you know, of Oak and Main. And the yellow symbolizes the Historia, or open space. It's going to be partnered with a small commercial kitchen, also used as a warming kitchen for catering any such events. You can enter that space right off Main Street, so there'll be a fun little welcoming stoop and stair and another place to congregate around all that awesome foliage Pastor Joe mentioned. In the back in red there, in the one-story space that's now green, and we'll show you some images in a second, that's where our provision lab market will be. So that's the client choice food pantry. They'll be able to enter off a lobby on Oak Street as well. And then the bulk of the rest of the first floor is made up of what's in blue. So it's like shared space. So there's a shared office, toilets, lobby, circulation, things of that nature. And that's what we plan for the corner. And on the second floor, not shown, is apartment dwellings. So progress to date, these are fun for us, and I hope they're fun for you, because it reminds us of how far we've gone. So the ones before were taken probably late 2021, a lot of these photos are from, so I'll flip through them. This is, of course, the view from Main Street. This is where you'll enter to get coffee in a short time, we hope. This is from the corner of Oak and Main. You can see the mural wall shaping up and taking place on that facade. We did a whole lot of work on that one-story space. It was probably the most un-rodent and unweather tight portion of the building, so we had to firm up that one-story a lot, and this is what it looks like from the northeast corner of the building. This is funny. It's like the back of house area on the east side. We helped our neighbor out a whole lot. I'm sure she's much happier to be looking at this on the right than on the left. This is where we'll store trash and kind of hide it from view. And then here's another view of the west facade. That's what it looks like literally as of yesterday. I took the photo on the right yesterday. And then the inside, if you haven't had the pleasure of being inside, it doesn't look like we've done much here, but I promise you we have. When we inherited this project, we filled, over a 50-yard dumpster full of stuff. Our former owner left us, and so we were hard at work clearing that. We did a lot of demo work, and we'll go through more of that in detail later. But on the left is what it currently looks like when you walk in the main front in the Main Street doors. On the bottom right is what it looks like when you're looking back at those doors. So you're looking at those picture windows on Main. And then if you walked into the northernmost overhead door off of Oak, where the pantry will be, and looked inside, this is what you'd see. So she's all prepped and ready for new work. That's where she stands on the inside. So we wanted, I know everyone's been asking about finances. It's always hot on our brains, so I want to walk through that portion of the project for you. What have we been doing? So there's, as the ecosystem that Pastor Joe talked about, we've been contributing a lot to this project. The students behind us are very vested in this project. They were the ones, I think, that cleared the bulk of that stuff into a 50-yard dumpster about a year ago, a little over a year ago, and as recent as a month ago, they were helping us move shiplap around. And so they're vested, and they're super interested as well in just what it looks like to do business with purpose. And so they've been talking a lot about that. We've had families volunteer. We've had professional services volunteer. Businesses have come out to help us out, and that's all been an effort to reduce costs. Our contractor as well, as he's discovered some fun surprises in the field, he hasn't always charged us for that extra labor and materials. The design team did their part and designed it as economically as we could. And then we've been fundraising, so we've been able to chase and receive several grants and private donations. While all that was happening, what was happening to the economy was happening to us. And so the current project cost summary is summarized here. And so it's columnized. So in October of 2021, which is when we first presented this project to the board, we thought the project total was 780,000 and change. And then life happened, and we finally got hard bids on January 23 of this year, and you can see it's increased by 121%. And so everyone, and we included, are asking, what happened and why did that happen, and what do we do about it? And so we have some reasons as if we've been able to dissect it. And so you can read them through in bold, but I think the two largest ones I want to point out is, as we've all experienced in our personal finances, inflation hit hard. So there's been a huge unprecedented cost increase in materials and in labor across the architecture, engineering, and construction industry. We have heard the word supply chain now over the last few years. That hit us and caused delays in schedule, so that caused some escalation. And then, when you start building and you start renovating an 1800s building, you find lots of surprises. So we found, for instance, that one-story building wasn't very structurally sound. We had to reinforce and rebuild the whole foundation, reconstruct the wall. We found some environmental hazards that we had to clean up in the basement through abatement. So all that stuff was just surprising us as we dug into the historic building that it is. Schedule, that's the last thing that everybody wants to know about. I know, Ruben, you mentioned that at the beginning. This is a high-level summary chart. And so the journey we've been on is, it feels long, but honestly, as I look at it, we've been busy. We've been doing something every month, trying to see this project to fruition because we do believe in the vision. And so we started Q1 of 22, and by May of 22, we hit Romy up with our permit plans, and we went into the village for permit. We also went out to bid at that point, and that is when we discovered the lack of labor, the lack of trades being available, and so we weren't getting all the bids that we needed to complete the project at the pace and on the budget that we had originally. So we got creative, and so we said, how do we slice and dice construction in a way that shows progress, where we can keep this thing moving? And so we bid out what's shell and site, which is what you see in the field right now. So my whole goal with that was to make it weather and rodent tight, because there were some lovely mice upstairs that I wanted to get rid of. So we did that, and that work is completing now in May. Now that we can paint, it's nice out. So that work is finishing up this month. We also recently executed and are working to get our second permit to basically do the first floor and basement plumbing and carpentry through rough-in, through inspection, so we can start to see the walls take shape and get some of the structural openings reconfigured and get one of those major trades in there and about 90% done as they get to rough-in. So that gets us through actual, and then the forecasted schedule is everything from Q2 through the future. And so what we hope to do as early as June is execute the balance of the work on the first floor so that we could realize all the things you heard about. And then shortly thereafter, or concurrently, funding pending, we would execute the apartment work as well. And the goal right now and the schedule is to get all this wrapped up by the second quarter of 2024. Dave.
I'm going to make my concluding remarks short and brief. I can only do it short, but I've got it. It's a short joke. So I'm going to stay close to my text, because you know what happens when a preacher gets next to a microphone. It could get crazy. So anyhow, in order to getting these additional TIF funds, it'll allow us to keep construction moving. There'll be no demobilization of the contractors, and they'll be able to continue to move things quickly. And we'll quickly expand the contractors the ability to do the core of the building. And then it's going to bring new life to Main Street. We got a 150th anniversary coming up, and it'll allow us to have new life on that Main Street area. Collaborate with the village on spring and summer activities, and continue to be a part of what's going on. And then I just want to say that we are wholeheartedly committed to the welfare of this village. Being a citizen here for almost 24 years, I am fully invested in Monee, in the village, its people, and its future. And we want Monee to be a flourishing community. We see Main Street as a corridor teeming with life and vitality and family activities and music and kids laughing. And we see it we see this project at its core has incredible transformational capabilities. And I think that we can see through this effort an incredible impact on our community. And I think it'll also be an incredible catalyst for change and transformation and expansion and investment. And this project is a strategic part, I think, of the overall vision of Monee, so that Monee becomes a destination and not just a place that people pass through on their way to go somewhere else. And so we would like to ask you if you have any questions that you would like to have for us as a team in light of what's been presented. And then we'd like to just respectfully ask you to consider continuing to help us on this project with additional TIF funds. So I'm going to open it up for questions.
Can I just ask, like, general questions of the project itself? Kelly, for the market, is this something that'll be open like the present lab, or it's going to have openings throughout the month?
So at first, we're going to be looking at 2 days a week. We'll have like a morning hours and then evening hours on another day. And as the need grows, it might turn into 5 days a week.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I can tell you that several people I've talked to that take advantage of the pantry over by Brian's, the hours is what makes it the hardest for people, especially those that are working. So hearing evening hours is excellent.
We wanted to make sure we honored everyone's schedule.
And then my second part of the question is about the garden, the community garden. So I know if we do a community garden, and I'm certain since we have some farm families around town and, Will County Forest Preserve and the Arbor Day Foundation kind of at our disposal, if that'd be something that you might be able to tap into as well.
100%. We're looking for all that help and partnership. And we've had great conversations with the county already with some of the stuff that we're doing. They're already supporting the community gardens in a big way. So we're excited for that to happen and continue and grow.
And I will say that we get vegetables from the community garden and Manhattan Township, so we are partners with them. So every time we get them, we give them right out to all of our neighbors.
I would just like to say thank you for taking this on. I can't wait.
I also love all the younger adults here that have stepped up. I mean, hats off to all of you for doing that and getting involved and being part of this community. So thank you.
Well, thank you. Mayor, I have one question, if I could. Since we have the chief here, I know there's some questions about traffic. Could you just kind of give us a ballpark number on a monthly basis, how many families you feed on a monthly basis, and how that's going to change
You guys are putting me on the spot tonight. Okay.
how that's going to affect
Right.
traffic there at Oak Street?
So right now, it's drive-through style, and we are feeding, our numbers have also increased dramatically. With the SNAP benefits going down, we used to feed about 75. We're now over 100 each pantry. And sometimes I get phone calls to come back and feed more. So with the hours, we're hoping to do 2 to 3 hours at a time and scheduled through that. And then we will just fluctuate our hours to see what the best need is. We do not want any traffic congestion or anything. So it's really going to be what is the need, and always to be in, cooperation with you and consideration to have flowing traffic going. Did that sort of answer it?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I guess that's all the questions that we have for now.
I have one question, actually on the financial side of it. As second place, are any of the ecosystem members have secured any financial loans for the project, or how's fundraising going for this?
We've raised a lot of additional funding. Northern Illinois.
Could you come to the mic? I'm sorry. Thank you.
It's a preacher and a microphone again, man. So anyhow, we have raised about $52,000 through the Northern Illinois Food Bank grant that's gone through this. Amazon's given us $25,000 toward this. And I just had a meeting today with a company that is looking to come to Monee that is willing to give several $1,000s toward the project, just a verbal commitment. And so anyhow, that's kind of where we're at with grants and additional funds. And then we've had so many volunteer hours, and obviously even the general contractor has donated some of his time as well. So yeah, it's been an amazing together effort. So
Keep on fighting the good fight.
Well, thank you, team. I appreciate the time, the presentation, and the next few weeks, the board will be discussing this at length, and hopefully by the next board meeting on the 24th, we'll bring it to a vote.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item under my report is the Sunset Drive Water Main Improvements, pay request number 2. The village has received pay request number 2 from M&J Underground, Inc. for work completed on the above referenced project. The work project has been reviewed by staff in Robinson Engineering and find that the work is in substantial compliance with the plans and specifications. We respectfully recommend that M&J Underground, Inc. is entitled to payment in the amount of $321,156.02. Summarized below, total earned $549,922.25, less 10%, $54,992.23, for a subtotal of $494,930.02, less the previous payment of $173,774.00. The amount due this pay request number 2 is $321,156.02. Board action request is a motion to approve M&J Underground, Inc. pay request 2 in the amount of $321,156.02.
Make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Henson.
Yes.
Trustee Rakes.
Yes.
Trustee Wilson.
Yes.
Trustee Udris.
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez.
Yes.
Trustee Horn.
Yes.
Thank you, Board. Next item, Wilson Water Main Replacement Project, pay request number 1. The village has received pay request number 1 from H. Linden and Sons Sewer and Water, Inc. for work completed on the above referenced project. The work invoice has been reviewed by staff in Robinson Engineering and find that the work is in substantial compliance with the plans and specifications. We respectfully recommend that H. Linden and Sons Sewer and Water, Inc. is entitled to payment in the amount of $636,302.70. Summarized below, total earned is $707,003.00, less 10%, $70,700.30, for a subtotal of $636,302.70, less a previous payment of 0. So the amount due for this pay request is $636,302.70. Board action request is a motion to approve H. Linden and Sons Sewer and Water, Inc. pay request number 1 in the amount of $636,302.70.
Make that motion. Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Rakes.
Yes.
Trustee Wilson.
Yes.
Trustee Udris.
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez.
Yes.
Trustee Horn.
Yes.
Trustee Henson.
Yes.
Thank you, Board. End of my report.
Thank you. Moving on to the officials' reports. Public Works Trustee Horn.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. Great news, Court Street Bridge is open, which was open, I believe, Saturday morning. So, thank you for your patience in that. It looks really great. The Court Street project should be wrapping up the end of next week. Again, we've had a lot of disruptions with these projects We thank you for your patience. Astor and Pinewood, there'll be some work on those two extensions or spurs from the Court Street project. That'll take place the week after. So we're talking end of next week for Court Street, and then Astor and Pinewood, and then, of course, restoration. So the good thing about starting early in the season, construction season, is we have all summer and fall for the restoration to get in place and grow. I mean, we are starting the restoration as soon as possible, but have that restoration grow throughout the summer. We are still looking for part-time seasonal employees, some people who would like to work part-time and seasonally for the Village of Monee Public Works, and you would get to cut grass and drive a John Deere tractor lawnmower, so that actually sounds really fun. So consider that. And then a branch pickup will be next Monday, May 15th. End of report.
Thank you. Parks and Recreation, Trustee Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mayor. For my report tonight, I just wanted a few things. Last month, we held our first senior prom. Thanks to everybody who attended, and Sicilian Joe's for donating the mustacholi, and to Village Woods for donating the king and queen bouquets. This past week, Village of Parks and Recreation was at the state capitol, representing the IAPD Municipal Committee during the Parks Day at the Capitol. They met with legislators and their staff, discussing the needs of continued state dollars and grants going towards municipal parks and recreation to positively impact the village's economy and the quality of life for our residents. Much like, the grant that we received earlier, just for that grant, to keep that grant going for the next years. The community ride garage sale is fast approaching on May 26th and 27th. And remember, just to get to your name on the list, please register at the Village Hall by May 24th for that $5 fee. And also gearing up for the summer with parties in the park, movies in the park, baseball outing at Sox Park, new this year. MLB-sponsored pitch, hit, and run contest on June 24 for age 7 to 12. Registration deadline is June 9th for this free event. This on Saturday, June 10th, again, free for the community at Fireman's Park Building, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. to learn about Medicare versus Medicaid. Come see what's perfect for you and your family. And how about the pavilion? Does that look awesome? Okay, and thank goodness we have some fine weather this week to get a lot done. The next 150th birthday celebration will be June 14th here at Village Hall at 5:30 p.m. The beautification meeting is May 24 here at Village Hall at 5:30 p.m. and we welcome anybody. So not only is the beautification of and in keeping with the beautification of the village, but prepping for a 150th celebration next year too. Chamber news. 11 SB&G Mobile is having a car wash fundraiser at New Hope on May 27th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And there is a flyer for that. So please see the details for that. And the proceeds of this event go to the Chamber and to New Hope. And also part of the Chamber is the Slammers Baseball Night on Saturday, July 8th. I think like the 15th year in existence, and that's the same day as Kids Day. So it'll be an absolutely great day in Monee. And for Monee Women's Club, thank you to all attended the vendor fair and the flower sale last Friday at New Hope. And the next meeting, if you want to join us ladies at the Monee Women's Club, it's tomorrow, the 11th at 7 p.m. at Bryan's. End of report.
Great, thank you very much. Finance, Trustee Rakes.
Thank you, Mayor. The village fiscal year ended 4/30/23. Currently, and unaudited financials have a healthy surplus. At the last board meeting, the finance department stated it would like to review its finance policies. The first policy that finance has reviewed is the debt policy. Each trustee has been provided a copy of the current policy. The department looks forward to any suggestions, input as they look to have this policy marked as completed and placed within the policy manual. Lastly, the village's digital budget book has been uploaded to the village's website. Some of the features of the budget book include the budget book can be updated to provide more information as we move through the new fiscal year. Village demographics, organizational charts, fund structures, and lastly, fiscal year 24 budget. Daryl has been doing a great job, along with Ruben and the mayor, and I recommend everybody take a look at it on the website and the report.
Great, thank you. Economic Development, Trustee Wilson.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. And also, thank you, Mayor, for your proclamation for Motorcycle Awareness Month. As a writer, I appreciate it. In honor of Motorcycle Awareness Month, I would like to mention 3 of our local businesses here in town that can provide full motorcycle needs. Gina's Motorsport, Gina's Motorsports of Monee, 25963 South Governor's Highway. Indian Trump Motorcycles of Monee, 26120 South Governor's Highway. Shy South Customs, 25885 South Ridgeland Avenue. Under Project Magnify Monee, I'd ask at this time for Director Bill Barnes to come to the podium, get some pictures. Village gateway signs are illuminated. I just wanted everybody to take a look while you're out there at night. So we finally got Let There Be Light. Landscaping, full landscaping's coming. Well, some of them already have been, have all of them? They're all landscaped?
It'll take a month or so
To
for
grow
it
in,
to mature.
yeah.
Right,
So, looking good.
finally.
Yes. Under Project Unite Monee, sidewalks are going on in Monee, Manhattan, making the village more accessible by foot. So if you see, take a look at Monee, Manhattan. We talked before about walkable cities, right? It just makes it easier, especially for those who, businesses, the hotels, truck stops, to make it the transient population, or the population that's coming through by day, more accessible. So now that they're just not isolated to the island of the truck stop or the hotels, they're able to walk about, and even our residents, as residents, we imagine one day being able to walk from east to west, a sidewalk, and just take a walk through town, stop at the coffee shop. So good things are coming. And like I said before, you take a look at Monee, Manhattan this year, because it's going to change. It's definitely within this year. Lots going on, lots happening, and more to come. Seafree Development, Cushman Wakefield, 84,000 square foot building on Ridgeland Road is progressing. Expected completion is September of this year. Meetings are going good with Director Bill Barnes and developers of reference commercial development on Monee Manhattan Drive. And as always, shop Monee when available. End of report, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Building Services, Trustee Henson.
Thank you, Mayor. In the month of March, there were 72 permits issued for various property improvements, and 17 families have moved into the village to call Monee their home. Some good news for electric car owners and enthusiasts. We've issued a permit to pilot gas station to install 4 charging stations. These stations will be located at the southwest corner of the building and will replace the regular parking spots that are there. If you happen to see the Egyptian trails heading towards Monee, Manhattan, you'll notice that there's several signs on the village-owned vacant lot. The signs there are to inform the public of a zoning change from R1 and M1 to C1, and that will be presented before the Planning and Zoning Board. And lastly, I believe we still are in need of a part-time code enforcement officer, and you can find that information application on the village website. End of report, Your Honor.
Great, thank you.
Your Honor.
Public Safety, Trustee Udris.
Thank you, Mayor. For emergency management, on April 29th, Monee assisted our police department for an accident at Cicero and University Parkway. EMA responded with 6 traffic units and was out there for approximately 2 hours. On April 26th, and I know I mentioned this at our last meeting, but Monee EMA, along with our Public Works, Fire, and Monee IT department, participated in joint training exercise with Will County, Beecher, Peatone, and also with Crete. This training actually simulated a tornado that affected all of our participating communities. Will County EMA had been preparing for this drill for approximately a year, and all emergency operations centers were linked together, as well as our joint incident management program. The training was a very large success and lasted for approximately 8 hours. Monee EMA has also completed the necessary requirements for emergency management certification. This has been submitted to Will County. This certification is instrumental and beneficial for us in terms of being able to receive funding from the Illinois EMA and also from FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Association, in the event of an emergency in our area. For our police department, unfortunately, they're still out there stealing Kias and Hyundais, and we still have steering wheel locks. They're available at the police department Monday through Friday, and if you get them, please use them in your vehicles. That's how they're the most effective. May 19th, a reminder, I got a flyer here to remind everybody, is Cop on a Rooftop over at the new Dunkin' Donuts. So please come out and show your support there for Special Olympics. And also a reminder coming up on May 20th, that is our Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. Hold that up for the camera. It's going to be held out at the Monee Reservoir. So again, it's a great chance to come out, have some fun, meet our police officers, get to know them a little better. And before I close out, just a couple things. First off, I did want to say thank you to our clerk and deputy clerk for all the work that they do. They do all the behind-the-scenes work that makes things run smoothly for us, so I appreciate that very much. And also to go along with the motorcycle awareness that we talked about, I do want to remind everybody, now that we're cutting grass, please do not blow the grass out into the road. It is a major hazard for motorcycles. We don't need anybody wiping out with their motorcycle and getting hurt. We want everybody to get home safely. And in closing, just like I always say, if you see our officers on the street, please wave, smile at them, tell them thank you, and just let them know that we appreciate everything that they do. End of report.
Thank you very much. Moving on to the attorney's report.
Thank you, Mayor. I have one item for the board's consideration, a second place payout. The amount would be $13,346.25. This is in pursuant to the redevelopment agreement that the village signed with Second Place Church.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes. More for the village administrator. Did you have a chance to get into the books for second place?
For these current receipts, yes.
Okay.
They've been vetted.
Okay.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Wilson?
Yes.
Trustee Udris?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Horn?
Yes.
Trustee Henson?
Yes.
Trustee Rakis?
Yes.
2030. Wait, that was for a payment, not an ordinance. Scratch that.
Strike that.
Oh, well, yeah, strike that.
Thank you, Larry. Unfinished business? Larry?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. If the board recalls, we signed a redevelopment agreement with Crow's Head Cooperage LLC last week. I believe Mr. Buckmeyer is here, coming to the podium. Tonight, there is approval for the board's review for a payout. It will not be $26,115, it will be $21,098. I believe we verified the receipts so it's up for the board's review and consideration.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Any discussion?
Hurry up.
Trust me. No, thank you for getting those invoices to us.
Absolutely.
And your timetable is still,
We are a little bit behind,
Okay.
as expected, I suppose. We've been diligently working to remove invasive trees and shrubs, honeysuckles. They're horrible. So we're clearing out the property right now. We're creating a nature trail through the 2-acre woods. So that's what we've been working on for the last week or so. I just picked up an old Massey Ferguson end loader backhoe. So Mr. Horn, that's to bait my son to keep him working for me and not come to work for the village with your John Deere's. So yeah, we're planning to start, fixing the road and widening the road, as well as I've been in communication with my electrician and my concrete contractor. So we're hoping to pull permits within the next week or two to start putting up the beer garden. I also had just spoken to my insurance agent today, and my policy is in underwriting still, hopefully done tomorrow. That's the one thing I'm waiting for, to come and see the clerk and get my business permit and liquor license taken care of. Because of the multifacets of the business, it's taken a while. Erie is, they already insured my cooperage, but now adding the bar and the beer garden and everything else involved, it's taken them a little while. So hopefully by tomorrow I'll have that and can come in and get my licenses. And aside from that, let's see. Oh, the only other concerns I have with my business that I'll need to address, perhaps with Ruben, is temporary signage to get opened, and then discuss permanent signage. As we know right now, my entryway is a very small space, which would really limit my ability to put up any sort of signage. So that's something for a discussion in the near future, as well as the Illinois Liquor Control Commission does require separate addresses. So that's something I'll have to address in the near future too, perhaps maybe a 25964, Suite A, Suite B, so that we can have our distillery on the same location as the bar. The distillery is still probably a year or two off from now, but that's something I want to take care of, kind of nip it in the bud, as Barney Fife would say, The exciting news is June 23rd, Anna Beneval from WGN Around Town will be coming out to the cooperage to broadcast from there. So, what's the date again? June 23rd. So we should be open by then. Yeah, because I think Saturday might be busy. Excellent. I can always use volunteers.
That's great. So we get to do a roll call, right?
Okay. Any other discussion? Okay. Roll call, please.
Trustee Udris?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Horn? Yes. Trustee Henson?
Yes.
Trustee Rakis?
Yes.
Trustee Wilson?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all.
May I please have a motion now for adjournment sine die?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Gonzalez?
yes.
Trustee Horn?
Yes.
Trustee Henson?
Yes.
Trustee Rakis?
Yes.
Trustee Wilson?
Yes.
Trustee Udris?
Yes.
Thank you.
I will now begin the swearing in of our newly elected trustees and our re-elected trustees.
So we're going to do it after this one.
No, we're going to do it after new business and open to the public.
Can I start off with Trustee Henson, please? If you can please raise your right hand, repeat after me, insert your name after I. I,
I, John R. Henson,
having been duly elected
having been duly elected
to the office of trustee
to the office of trustee
of the Village of Monee,
of the Village of Monee,
County of Will,
County of Will,
State of Illinois,
State of Illinois,
aforesaid,
aforesaid,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois.
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of trustee
of the office of trustee
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations. You're welcome. Sign up for me. Yeah. May I have trustee Rakes, please?
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
All right.
All right. So if you can please raise your right hand, repeat after me, insert your name after I. I,
Charles Rakes,
having been duly elected
have been duly elected
to the office of trustee,
to the office of trustee,
Village of Monee,
Village of Monee,
County of Will,
County of Will,
and State of Illinois.
and State of Illinois.
Aforesaid,
I foresaid,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that to support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of trustee
of trustee
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability. Thank you.
Here, you can take and sign both. May I please have Mr. Scott and you, please? Trustee Eagles. If you can please raise your right hand, insert your name after I. I,
I, Scott Udris,
having been duly elected
having been duly elected
to the office of trustee
to the office of trustee
of the Village of Monee,
of the Village of Monee,
County of Will,
County of Will,
and State of Illinois,
State of Illinois,
aforesaid,
aforesaid,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of trustee
of the office of trustee
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And if you can sign those words. May I have trustee Michael Wilson, please? Okay, if you can please raise your right hand, insert your name after I. I,
Michael Wilson,
having been duly elected
having been newly elected
to the office of trustee,
to the office of trustee
the Village of Monee,
in the Village of Monee,
County of Will,
County of Will,
State of Illinois,
State of Illinois.
aforesaid,
I foresaid,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge my duties
of the office of trustee
of the office of trustee
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. May I please have Ms. Heidi Gonzalez? Trustee Gonzalez here. If you can please raise your right hand, insert your name after I. I,
I, Heidi Gonzalez,
having been duly elected
have been duly elected
to the office of trustee
to the office of trustee
of the Village of Monee,
of the Village of Monee,
County of Will, and
County
State of
of Will,
Illinois.
State of Illinois,
Aforesaid,
aforesaid,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of
of
trustee
the office of trustee
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Here, you can sign both.
Thank you, Donisha. Welcome, trustees. Good to have everybody on board. Appreciate it.
So I will return everyone their signed copy of the oath and also give you your official certificate from the Will County Clerk's office.
All right, I would like to call to order the remainder of this evening's meeting. Roll call, please.
Trustee Horn?
Here.
Trustee Henson?
Present.
Trustee Rakes?
Present.
Trustee Wilson?
Present.
Trustee Udris?
Present.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Here.
Is there any new business?
This isn't really new business. I don't know if it falls in this category. But I had a question for Trustee Henson based about, you were mentioning that the, one of the gas stations is putting in electric charging stations.
Yes.
Do you know, is there a formula to generate MFT, motor fuel tax, from those?
I am not aware of that. I can check into that and find out for you.
Thank you.
New business on my behalf. I don't know if it was new business. I brought it up before. A senior's discount for permits and everything. We are working on that. There happens to be a lot more moving parts in that I'm going to have to get into to make sure everything is correct. So I am, and we are presently working on it, trying to get there.
Okay, perfect. Anybody else? Open to the public, non-agenda items?
Can I just make a comment?
Sure.
So, obviously, it's been a pretty long meeting tonight with a lot of stuff going on, and I just want to say, this is where I get a little emotional, how proud I am of this village and everything, all the progress that we've been making here. We've done what we said we're going to do. We're working to keep our small town feel in light of the progress. Projects like, the Oak and Main revitalization projects like Crow's Head, Cooperage, and doing that, plus the big box stuff and the large businesses to help along that progress. So I just want to say how proud I am of our little town and village, That's it.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Unofficial trustee Rhonda. So I'm back. It's been a while. I've been on vacation. No, I haven't. But anyway, I'm here tonight to kind of revisit an old thing. I'm going to be fast. I know I got 3 minutes. But everybody on Facebook has been talking about these speed bumps again. I don't know if you guys look on Facebook or not, but so I came with a better solution this time. So has anyone heard of speed? They're like speed humps, but they're like they kind of have like a tabletop to them. So it's not like you're, bottoming out your car when you go over them. So anyway, I always bring goodies. So I brought some stuff for everyone. So I found what Boca Raton did. I know we're not in the South, but bear with me, guys, because they got some good stuff online. So this is what they did for their city. They actually have like all their plans and stuff online, so I figured maybe we can steal from them. But that was kind of like a better idea. They call it like traffic calming versus, killing everybody's cars. These are some other things for some speed tables. Just kind of an idea. Monee's growing, and with Monee growing, we have a lot of younger drivers. Not me, but everybody kind of speeds and not pays attention to the kids or anything. And I'd hate for anyone's kids to get like hit from driver speed. This is some other stuff too. I don't know what it is. Do the homework for you guys so that maybe we can spend a little money. Let's spend it anyway. Let's get some speed humps. So I was just thinking maybe it could be a better option versus the speed bumps. Public Works can plow right on over them nicely, and maybe we can have like a solution to that problem here. I know the nice radar is here on Court Street, but it'd be nice to get something better in the neighborhoods just for the kids. Also, I wanted to bring up that I didn't see anything happening for Juneteenth this year in the village. Everyone else seems to be doing something. So I looked up the numbers. You guys know me, I did my homework. So Monee's like 32% Black American, African American. So it'd be nice if we could have like a little barbecue or something, anything, just to kind of celebrate. We have a good mixed community here. It might be too late for this year, but maybe next year it could be in the works. And then the last thing, I'm probably over my 3 minutes, but everybody goes over the minute, so. The last thing I want to bring up is that Diana's doing an amazing job over there at Parks and Rec. So can we get her some more money? So maybe we can do like a summer camp or, you know.
You just became her
I don't know what her budget is, but it needs to like quadruple. Monee's about 1/5 residents are under the age of 18. So if we can get some activities for the kids out here, I know Diana has a lot of ideas and very little money. So maybe if we could take some of the, let's see, who got money up in here? Trustee Wilson, if we can borrow from economic development, whoever needs to get this lady some money, let's do it. And that's end of report. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Rhonda, make sure you come to the beautification group meeting on the 24th. You have some good ideas also, so.
Okay, next on the agenda, we will be going into executive session for item number 1, 5 ILCS 120/2C1, appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of a specific employee. And item number 2, 5 ILCS 120/2C5, the purchase or lease of real property for the use of the public body, including meetings held for the purpose of discussing whether a particular parcel should be acquired. So may I please have
I'll make that motion.
Second.
roll call, please?
Trustee Henson.
Yes.
Trustee Rakes.
Yes.
Trustee Wilson.
Yes.
Trustee Udress.
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez.
Yes.
Trustee Horn.
Yes.
7:40 PM.
Please have a motion to reopen regular session.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Udress.
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez.
Yes.
Trustee Horn. Trustee Henson.
Yes.
Trustee Rakes.
Yes.
Trustee Wilson.
Yes.
May I please have a motion to adjourn?
Make the motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Gonzalez.
Yes.
Trustee Horn. Trustee Henson.
Yes.
Trustee Rakes.
Yes.
Trustee Wilson.
Yes.
Trustee Udress.
Yes.
8:35 PM.